Hey, everybody. I forgot to bring over the speaker, and we're going to use it because we're high class, high tech, and we spare nothing. We spare nothing. Now I got to make sure I got audio. Should have audio. Audio. Hello. I do. I got audio. Got audio. Got video. Beautiful. Welcome. Got. Well, there was two people here because I was there. Any questions? Pop in the chat. If they're something I can't answer, I'm going to tell you I can't answer. If it's something I feel isn't worthy of answering, I'm going to tell you that. Well, you got a good question, and I feel like I can give you a good answer. I'm your Huckleberry. You can just call me the Kalkaska Kid. Yeah, because I'm a badass motherfucker, and these parasites know it, and I'm coming. I'm coming like a freight train. So, oh boy, we are going to delight you with some fantastic information here. And I have been looking for information on the Franken. And I got to get past the commercials here. Turn the volume down. Another commercial. But looking for some information on Franken. And this video was sent over to me. Apparently, this has information on the Franken. And so I'm going to start at 18 minutes and 31 seconds. We're going to let this play for about 7 minutes. And you will probably want to come back and watch that again and again. And now this is out of a 7+ hour video. I'm looking for information on the Frank, and I got to about 40 minutes the other day, and I just shut it off. Maybe some of you younger folks out there want to engage that thing there between your ears and behind your eyes and own your authority. Educate yourself. That's the best form of education, I believe. I believe it is one of the best, if not the best. So here we go. No second use tape. That's all marked up and not nice and transparent. Here we like transparency, right, folks? All right. Oh, I think that's going to work out well. Oh, maybe I should. Well, I can just do this, can I? There we go. I need to tighten that up. I think that's good. So we'll get the speaker on and hopefully get the volume right. Let's see. Got someone in the chat. China B. Well, how you doing, darling? It's been a long time. You've been trying to get a hold of me. Well, that ain't so hard to do. That ain't so hard to do. I don't hide like these parasites here in Kalkaska. So this is 3 years old. It's got 821 views. This thing should have a couple million views, in my opinion. This is David Windmiller. And now I'm talking to you all in babble. All right. David Windmiller is going to explain to you how a 6-word sentence we'll let his words speak, but it's something along the line of can have 5 trillion meanings out of 6 words. This is the bastardization of the spelling that they have put us in with Babel in every language. So here we go.
This is loyal article, and these both become 7, which is a fact. It's a compound fact. If I take the hyphen out, all authority runs backwards. Black pen, this would be a 3-4. The word the would not become an adverb. The word for would become a pronoun. It's the only mathematical way it can happen. So frontwards and backwards, the math has to be correct. So when you, and this is only using one idea. Now we have here the deed of trust for California. 12 states use the word mortgage, 38 use the word deed of trust. Now, instead of using numbers here, we use color codes. You can't see what the words are from back there, but you can see the color from back there. So the pink, it represents the adverb. The verb is represented by green. So, and then the adjective and the pronoun are both left neutral without coloring those. So you know it's always going to be, first word is going to be an adjective, second word is going to be a pronoun. And these are how many mistakes are on your deed of trust. 4,700 of them to be exact. And if you modify something or you color it, that's prejudice, that's perjury, because you're modifying it how a fact is. There's 300 words per page.
Yes, sir. If you color it, it's what?
By coloring it, they used to take the words and put them together after they saw us putting numbers on back in 2000. So the courts and the attorneys put the words touching each other, so there'd be no place to put the numbers. So we color coded. So we went back to single spacing again, so we could put the numbers back in. Then when they realized that we could prove the fraud with the numbers,
Color coding.
then they said, okay, we'll screw up and prove he doesn't know what he's doing. Now this is just how many adverbs appear in 300 words, which is illegal. And these are your prepayment riders that they put on the back, how many modifications they do.
Illegal.
See now, from back there, you can see the color. And from seeing the color, you can see the value of 4,700 mistakes certified frontwards and backwards to be a trick of adverbs, adjectives, and turning all the facts into verbs. You're only allowed one verb in a sentence. Some of these sentences have 8 verbs in them. Okay, then the position, what we used to call the preposition, as we were taught when we were 10 years old. The preposition then went to what was called the article. But a vowel and 2 consonants, which is AR, the word art itself is an illusion, creation. So the word art, A-R-T, the first 2 letters create because the word pickle is also a word, but article is a no contract word because LC, tick is small. This is contract. So it's a no small contract, it's an article. Now article would be it's for my pen, for his pen, for your pen, for her pen. You see, I changed the definition of the article, and I changed the ownership of the pen. If I say for your pen, for my pen, for his pen, for her pen, I change the preposition now. Instead of the article of ownership, I changed it again. We have 38 articles and 68 prepositions. 68 times 38 is 2,000 divided by 2 is 1,000. And 100 of them you will never use, not even in any condition of logic. So you got 900 definitions for every word. And if I could change this times 900 times 900 is 810,000. Times 900 is 720 million. times 900 is 640 billion, times 900 is 540 trillion. So you can see in a 6-word sentence, we're dealing with 540 trillion variables for one sentence. And he says, well, that's impossible to do that. And that's just for one sentence. I says, well, I wrote a 195-page book here, and it's all mathematically certified, frontwards and backwards in quantum language. All of our lawsuits, 12,000 of them, I've done the same way. So don't tell me it can't be done. So then we have allodio, which is your article. We had to change that. LO is location, DI is original, AL is contract. This is called parse. You want to learn about parse, you can pick up a hymn book from any religion that sings songs. And every single syllable that goes with the sound of music is dedicated to a parse of a word. And therefore, if you pick up a hymn book, and then you get the book, the dictionary book by the Masons on parse, you can look up the definition of all the parses written into a hymn. You know that almost half of all the words in hymns mean the word no contract because it's a vowel, A-E-I-O and U, followed by 2 consonants. So you're really singing no contract, no contract, no contract, no contract, no contract. And so you're so brainwashed that when somebody shows you quantum and you actually understand it, you go into shock. Your brain rewrites itself in 5 minutes. You will stand there in goosebumps all over your body and you will shake as your brain is coming to awareness.
All righty. Comments, questions? Oh my goodness. I got to be careful here I don't knock the house down. Bear with me, folks. See, I didn't say let me take this down. No. Why would I do that? That's slave talk. That's MK Ultra brainwash bullshit. Whoa. Once you know quantum, you never go back. How about that? 500 trillion possibilities in a 6-word sentence. And you don't think they got you spellbound, baby? Time to own your authority, people. Look, there's only one way to fix this, and that is to deal with these parasites lawfully and with force. They are your enemy. These British agents have infiltrated everything. All right? The college ain't going to make a move without the bar attorney. The business ain't going to make a move without the bar attorney. The media, the magazine, the newspaper, the whatever they put out, ain't got nothing going out without the bar attorney's approval. I don't care where it is. Bar attorney, British agent, enemy of the people. You explain to me how that's any different than them zeros with those kamikaze pilots bombing on you. Because that's what they did. These British agents, they came and they fought, and we fought. And then they infiltrated, and they've enslaved every fucking one of us. They've also enslaved their families. That's how stupid they are. So, when should you shoot a cop? That awesome YouTube video put out by Cop Block, the YouTube channel Cop Block, COPBLOCK. Cop Block. When should you shoot a cop? Own your authority, people. I'm going to post this the link to the video that we were just listening to with David Wynn-Miller. It's 7 hours. I'm going to listen to that 40 minutes, the first 40 minutes again, and probably again before I go further into it, because it is just loaded with so much information, and I have to re-educate myself. I don't know. YouTube says there's only one here. It's a shame. Folks, you got to learn your postal mechanics. You got to realize that you have to own your authority, or you'll be a slave. And it ain't hard to do. It ain't hard to own your authority. Now, do you know what your flag is, Americans? It's a Title IV flag. : Russell -J, Gould, period, full stop. That's the man. That's the man. Dave, : our deceased, : David -Wynn, : Miller, period, full stop. That man betrayed the American people. The information I have is he worked with the likes of Kamala Harris and others. Think about that. He surrendered his flag to those parasites. Think about that. What Russell has done is incredible, and no one talks about it. Almost no one talks about it. I probably talk about it as much or more than anybody. And so your Title IV flag will cover a coffin. Your military flag for your military bases and such is a square flag. The American flag is a Title IV flag, and I believe that the volition of the forefathers through the Constitution and all has been reconstituted in the quantum. And my research would indicate that Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Post, something you want to pay attention to. Maybe a place you're going to want to visit one day. And United States in the quantum means no states. So my research indicates that what we knew as United States of America will be in the quantum unity states of America. And so what is the Pledge of Allegiance going to sound like in the quantum? As far as I know, I'm the only one asking questions about that, or letting anybody know I'm thinking about it. I'm so alone in the truther community. I'm so alone in the freedom fighter community. I'm so alone in the whistleblower community. But that's all right, because I've always been a loner. Always. A rebel and a loner. And I like to do things my way. So owning my authority and enjoying my liberty and my freedom is something that's real important to me. Should be to you too. So, allegiance into quantum might mean no allegiance. And so I think maybe some of you younger folks, or maybe even some of you older folks, but somebody might want to engage and giddy up and participate. So I pledge allegiance to the Title IV flag. Of or for? I'm not sure. The Title IV flag for the, no, maybe not the, for Unity States of America. A nation of nations. And then I don't know if we're going to use the indivisible and, you know, the blah, blah, blah. But a 6-word sentence can have 500 trillion possibilities. Baby, you are in the spell of Babel. You got to come out of it. You got to come out of it. You got to own your authority. So the AMA, American Medical Association, is out there that, hey, we're the third leading cause of death. Medical errors is the third leading cause of death. It's like they're proud of it. Yep, that's us. American Medical Association, third leading cause of death for Americans in America. Well, I beg to differ. I do. The American Medical Association refuses to allow dentistry to be a part of medicine. Think about that. Think about that. Every dead tooth is a toxic tooth, whether it's a root canal tooth or is just a dead tooth. And if it's just a dead tooth and you got that whole cavity where that nerve was, oh, baby, you can have one massive toxic factory working on against you. And on average, 15 million root canal procedures on Americans every year. Root canals, the cause of 90% of heart attacks in Dr. Levy's practice, a heart surgeon. Listen to Dr. Thomas Levy. The video is on the homepage of the website, oralhealthwithcannabis.com. So, if heart attack and stroke were the number 1 and number 2 leading cause of death, and the American Medical Association was the third leading cause of death, well, I have to beg to differ. The American Medical Association and the American Dental Association are by far the number 1 and number 2 leading cause of death for Americans in America. They are both private member associations. You've got British agents incorporated into everything. Your water is toxic. Your air is toxic. Your food is toxic. Your Babel language is toxic. Your public education is toxic. Your universities are toxic. Your private schools are toxic. I suppose I ought to see if I got any questions, since I said ask me anything. China, did I receive your message? I'm not sure. Where should I be looking? China says BAR, British Accredited Association. Well, I think it's British Accredited Registry. And which is not the American common law teaching. So, let me see. China, from the website, you contact us. That's email. That'll come directly to me. My cell phone number, I believe, is on the top right-hand corner of the homepage. Send me a text message. I don't know. You and I kind of weren't on the same vibrational level. I might have blocked you. I'll have to take a look at it. Send me an email. Optional email is ethandean@outlook.com. That's ETHAN, D as in David, D again, EAN, Ethan D. Dean, ETHANDDEAN @outlook.com. And then we'll get reconnected. How's that sound, China? All right. Oh Lord. I'm not sure what else I want to talk about. You got a question for me? Bring it. You got questions for me? Bring it. If you got the time. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. The reason I'm watching that video is because I'm told that in that video, there's some talk about the Franken and what Russell and maybe David, I don't know, maybe David and Russell, maybe one or the other, how they used the Franken for their power play or in their power play. Or so I have issue with the fraud. And I wouldn't stand, I don't want to stand on anything that's the fraud. Now we're in reconstitution. Well, okay, let me back up. We are in a martial law. It has been a well-kept secret pretty much from the majority of the population. As we're coming into a soft martial law where the troops are visible, the movements are visible, and they're not normal. Under the martial law, I'm talking in babble, so you have to engage your brain and you own your authority and figure out what the fuck it is I'm trying to convey to you. Because if there's 4 people here listening, I just about guarantee you 4 people will tell you something different. Because there's only 5 trillion possibilities in a 6-word sentence. And I've been standing here talking, or you've been listening to somebody talking for the better part of half an hour. How many fucking possibilities are in that? Oh my goodness. At least men, as a rule, tend to talk in a straight line. Women are whoa. And God, we love you, but oh, mercy. Mercy, mercy. When we come out of this babble, hopefully we can all be on such a vibrational level that we're communicating without the verbal. And you know, I've been paying attention to communicating with the dog. nonverbal. And the nonverbal communications the dog gives to me. And I've been observant in dog training, and dogs are part of my life most of my life. And I'm learning new things because I'm teaching myself new things, in part by being observant and engaging in critical thinking. All right, what was that video? Some of you just might be very impatient and want to watch more of that. And I might get sidetracked. And so let's see, the channel is ; all caps, foreign hyphen correspondent. I got to open that up and see. All right, here you go. Try to stop my old man shaking. But I will put the link. Let me see it. There's also forthequantum.com. All capitals. forthequantum.com. And it looks like the channel's foreign hyphen correspondent, period. 2.35 thousand subscribers. It's a 7-hour, 27-minute video. All right, and I will get that into the description, hopefully by the end of the day today. All right, I think that's about it for now. I'm gonna be back soon. You got a question? Now's a good time to ask it. All right, everybody. I love you. I do. That's why I'm the Kalkaska kid. And I'm a coming.